Hey everyone, my name is Jamie McClinic. I'm super excited to be here. I am an energy clearing coach, and I also have a course called Love Energy where we work on you finding the perfect love. So today we're going to talk about 2020 and the goals, short-term goals, how to manifest them, and how to get them going. So I think the biggest thing is you have to remember that the universe responds to our energy. So if we aren't clear, if we don't have good clarity on what we want, then we're confusing the universe and we're getting a whole bunch of mishmash things. So first of all is we need a clear target with clarity. It's important to stay focused. One of my coaches talks about laser focus. We want to be really laser, really specific, really spending most of our energy, our thoughts, and our time on what we really want and not worrying about what we don't want. That just confuses the universe, takes up more time, um, keeps us from getting to our goals. So we're going to do a clarity exercise real quick. What I want you to do is you're going to need a paper and a pencil, so go ahead and get that. While you're getting that, I'll tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. So we're going to look at 3 different areas in our life. We're going to look at love and relationships. We're going to talk about our health, and we're also going to talk about wealth. So if you are not ready, go ahead and pause the video because we are going to get started. So love, I want you to think about love. This is more than romantic relationships. This is all love. Love with yourself, which is the most important. Love with your family, your sisters, your dads, your mom, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, anybody in your family. This includes people you work with. It includes people you meet at the grocery store that you don't really know very well. It includes everyone and anyone, but it first starts with you, okay? So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and what you're going to do is you're just going to write down what first comes to mind, okay? Here we go. What do you want? So in reference to love, what do you want? So do you want a boyfriend? Do you want a better relationship with your mom? What do you want? Good, you should have 2 things written down on your page. What else do you want? And every time I ask you this, just keep writing down something new. First thing that comes to mind. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Good, you're doing great. What do you want? What do you want? Good. What do you want? What do you want? Good. What do you want? 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 Good. Good job. You should have a whole list of things that you want to do to improve, or things you can do to improve love in your life. Okay? Good. Next, we're going to move to health. So think about your well-being. Think about if you want to join any competitions, or if you want to gain more muscle mass, or if you want to work on fighting an illness, or if you have an autoimmune disease you want to improve. Maybe you have a elimination diet you need to do. Maybe you want to walk every day. Maybe you want to make it to the gym. So think about different things that will benefit you, that will make you a healthier person. Maybe you want to be more positive, so that will make your mind healthy. Okay. Maybe you want to get on more coaching calls, so that way you can work on yourself with self development. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to ask you this question a lot of times, and you're just going to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. And when we're done, you should have a whole list of things you can improve with your health. Okay, here we go. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Good. What do you want? 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 What else do you want? Good job. What do you want? 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 Good. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Good job. So now you have a whole list of things how you can improve your love. Like, what do you want in your life for love? Now you have a whole list of things for improving your health. What do you want for your health this year? Last, we're going to talk about wealth. So maybe it's getting a job to improve your wealth. Maybe it's you want to increase your net value. Maybe you want more money so you can buy a certain type of car. Be specific. Maybe you want to buy a new house. Anything that you want to be able to buy, or maybe you want to invest. Like any specific goals towards gaining more money or being able to buy certain things. Okay, here we go. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Good. 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 What do you want? Excellent. Good job. What do you want? 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 And what do you want? Excellent. Yay, good job. So now you have three lists, one about improving your love in your life, one about improving health in your life, and one about improving wealth. So obviously, we can't focus on all of these things. So now you need to look at each list and prioritize them. So I want you to pick your top one or two. Having one, though, will only give you three things to focus on. Having two from each list will give you six things to focus on. So I suggest picking your top one. And then we can focus on those specific 3 things. So go ahead and look through that list and either highlight or circle whatever is jumping out at you the most, whatever you're deciding you want the most. Maybe you know you really need to work on your relationship with your mom for your relationships, your love. Maybe you know you need to find a job for wealth. Whatever it is that you want. Okay, if you need more time, go ahead and pause this video. If you don't need more time, we're going to move on. So we know what we want. We've picked 3 different things from each category. 1 thing from love, 1 thing from health, and 1 thing from wealth, okay? So now it's our responsibility to take responsibility of our life and make sure that we are able to get these things that we want. These are our top 3 goals, top 3 small short-term goals, okay? Last week we made 1 big goal for the whole year. Now these are going to be 3 smaller goals. You want them to be different than the goal you made last week. And then next week we're going to talk about long-term goals. So we're going to look 5 years into the future, 3 to 5 years into the future. So now that you have what you want, we have to figure out how we're going to do this, okay? So if we look at our year, there's 12 months, okay? I broke up my goals by what am I going to accomplish in the first 3 months? What am I going to accomplish in the next 3 months? What am I going to accomplish in the next 3 months and the next 3 months, okay? So even if you wanted to focus on 1 thing each quarter, you could potentially do 4 goals. Or maybe you decide that one's a really big goal, so you're going to need two quarters to work on it, 6 months to work on it. Or you can work on them all together if you choose to. You just need to figure out how is the best way for you to do it and make a plan. So for example, if mine was working on a relationship with my mom, I would put that in the first 3 months, and I would make a plan to call her once a week, to text her twice a week, so that I'm building more communication with her. I'm sending her positive things. I also would schedule in time to journal so that if there was anything coming up that was bothering me in that relationship, I could write it out in my journal and kind of work through it myself. Because if you can work through a lot of that conflict yourself, it'll dissolve. And it's happened in most of our relationships. We just weren't getting along. Things were stressful. I would just write apology letters in my journal, and I do it over and over and over again. And then finally, I healed something within myself, and it just resolved. And in all of those relationships, there's no friction, there's no hurt feelings, there's no issues, there's no nothing. Okay. So those are just some ideas on things that you could do to improve those relationships. If it's a romantic relationship, in order to improve it, maybe you want to work on not nagging. You could easily work on that one. And if I was nagging so much, nagging tells me that you're expecting a lot out of your partner. So first of all, you have to drop the expectations. Expectations are how we get hurt or how we get angry because we're expecting someone to do something, okay? If you drop expectations and they're not and it's not working, and you've tried everything you can and you've made sure that you're happy yourself, it probably isn't the right relationship. Not that you want to hear that. Kind of going on a little side rant right now, but yeah, so you just need to think about that, look at that, dig into that a little more. For health, maybe you want to lose weight. Okay, that's going to take more than 3 months. So that might be when I want to work on for the first half of the year. Okay, the first 3 months, I'm going to lose 2 pounds or 3 pounds. And then the next 3 months, I'm going to lose 2 more pounds. So I'm going to lose 5 pounds over that period of time. Or maybe you want to lose 5 pounds the first 3 months and 5 pounds the next 3 months. And break it up so it feels doable. What are some things you can do? You can incorporate more exercise, so schedule that in. What's that going to look like in your life? You can eat better. You can do positive affirmations and work on your self image. You can get out of the house and just go out and do more, keep yourself busier, work on your mental health if you're just eating to get that dopamine hit, right? You can do whatever you want, whatever situation you find yourself in. There's a lot of different things. You just need to plan it. And if you're doing wealth, there are different activities. There are certain books you can read. Science of Getting Rich is really a good one. If you need to apply for a job, you need to build a resume, and you need to get it out there, and you need to start applying. If you want to improve your net worth, how are you going to do that? What does that look like? How much time do you want to really focus on it? If you break this up into different segments, so let's say for weight loss, you're going to spend 6 months doing that, the first 6 months of the year. And then improving your wealth, maybe you're going to do that the third 3 months of the year, because that's a good time. People are buying a lot of things, getting ready for Christmas. And then, or you could do it the last 3 months of the year, or you can do them both at the same time. But if you are more focused, if you're only doing 1 or 2 or 3 things at a time, you can be laser focused. You can focus on that one thing instead of getting overwhelmed, instead of doing too much. Okay. So break it up however you want. If you want my input or suggestions or feedback, I can definitely give that to you. You'll need to contact me. My email is resultsmindset@yahoo.com. Yeah, so that's really all that I have to talk to you tonight about breaking down those little goals and being super laser focused. Now that you have clarity, now that you know the big things that you want to work on, I'm super excited for you, and you should be super excited for yourself too. This is the beginning of how people create big and amazing and wonderful things. So nice work. Thanks for showing up for yourself. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.